I'm a spooky, spooky ghost. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm a spooky ghost. Ooh, I'm a spooky, spooky, spooky little ghost. Ooh, spooky ghost. Spooky ghost.
The light gleamed off my double chins as I watched the front page of r/funny. I laughed so hard that the goon juice was just erupting everywhere in a big white explosion. So much, in fact, that there was Cheeto dust everywhere, and my double chins were just laughing in joy as I watched Reddit. But then a noise came in my stomach, a little gurgle, little gurgity gurgle. I was like, oh shit, I gotta eat, man. I gotta eat. And so my giant, bulbous, fat ass body erupted up from my gaming chair, which was almost broken at this point from my gigantic girth. The ground shook underneath me. Fee, fi, fo, fucking fum. And as I walked, all of the Vaseline bottles and the piss jugs got out of my way, along with my anime figurines I kept in jars for no specific reason. And when I got to my fridge, it was empty. Empty! I immediately bellowed a primal roar, channeling my inner chakras and Goku energy. Then I checked the pantry, and it was empty as well. Then I started punching holes in my drywall. What do? How am I gonna eat? The only way I could eat was DoorDash. I usually eat 20 pounds of DoorDash every week. Everyone says it's healthy, because it obviously is. But now, I'm a broke little boy. Being a Reddit mod doesn't pay the bills. So I obviously go to r/advice. I was actually pondering about going to r/boners in public, but that's a different thing. I go to r/advice. I type in, how do I get food when you're broke? My sweat was dripping from my bald hair and my man bun. I love man buns. After an hour searching and maybe an occasional gooning to certain websites, I finally found my answer. Go outside. I recoiled in terror. This was my worst nightmare, next to talking to females, as I'm an incel. How could I ever go outside? It's so dangerous. I have to make conversation with people? How could I do that? But I don't want to starve to death. So I took my Prius to the nearest Walgreens. But they were closed as soon as I got there. Now sweat was dripping all over my body. My fat rolls were just condensing it in like Moses splitting the Red Sea. What am I gonna do now? But as my fat little Redditor Danny DeVito body trudged back to my Prius, I was confronted by this big figure. He was black. Not that so important. I have plenty of black friends. He was veiny, no more than 6'7", BBC protruding to the right. He was scaring me. All the people I knew were like 5'6" midgets. And he said to me in a nerving Bronx accent, "Hey man, you got $1?" This terrified me to the core. I was a Redditor. Social interaction was forbidden with anyone outside the laptop. I shuddered in fear. What was I going to do now? He looked at me weirdly with an eyebrow raised. Was he going to kill me? How am I gonna get my Reddit account back if I'm dead? He looked at me again, up and down, examining my fatness. I wasn't fat, I'm just big boned. I didn't know what to do. I sprinted back to my car and drove away as fast away from the Walgreens as fast as I could. There was too many red lights. And too many women on the streets. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? But then, salvation, a GameStop. I love GameStop. There's a bunch of fat Redditor Discord mod groomers like me. I drove metal to the pedal all the way to the GameStop, but it was dark inside. Was it closed? But just as I was about to leave, in disappointment, the door opened. A little creak like little creak like that. It opened, and outside came this weird, ominous figure. It was even taller than the other guy. 6'9". I shuddered. But he was wearing a Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat shirt, along with Funko Pop pants. This was truly another Redditor like me. He opened the door for me, gesturing me inside. I hobbled my little penguins in Madagascar ass inside. And what I found truly shocked me. Thousands and thousands of Funko Pops and fucking red soy milk. I love soy milk so much. But I noticed something. In the corner, employees only. Huh. What could possibly be in there? The figure looked at me. But now I noticed he had a really long nose, like the Prime Minister of Turkey. I shuddered at him because I am a Redditor and I know many things. But he just looked at me with his big fucking nose. I was terrified. His nose was gonna poke me. I didn't know if he had a sinus infection. What if I got sick? What if he didn't blow his nose? What if he's gonna like do his big blow nosy thing all over me? I got out of the way. But then he started making a weird noise like and then he started calling me racial slurs. He called me the N-word and the B word you call Mexican immigrants. What kind of monster could do this? But then, an even worse thought. He was white as shit. He was so white that the porcelain skin was glistening off him in the moonlight. What kind of monster could be white and say racial slurs? I got out of the way and drove back to my Prius for the second time. He followed after me with his big nose protruding in the darkness. He was not very fast. I mean, I'm not very fast either, but like, well, he would put any kid in the Paralympics to shame. I drove away, him still following me in my Prius, a fruitless chase, a little fruitless little chase. I drove back to my house. I knocked on my door and my mom answered. Mom, quick! The Gru from Despicable Me is after me. And then she started this whole rant about how I need to move out, I need to get a job, I need to go get a girlfriend. And I say, Mom, I can't get a girlfriend. All the girls only like Chads. They don't like nice guys like me. She didn't want to hear any of it. I brushed past her, knocking her over. She hit her head and she recoiled in pain and she was 60 years old. I quickly got on my Sonichu medallion as I was scared of the big long-nosed sucker man. Was he going to suck me? I don't want to get sucked. I like being not sucked. But what was I going to do now? I know what I had to do. I reached under my bed, past all my soy milk, and found my stale sock. It was dry as a rock and could give anyone a head injury if it was thrown hard enough. Of course, I couldn't throw any hard. My dad wasn't there for me. But then, the door opened with the big, white, slim, shady man came in, his nose protruding like a little peepee. But it was no chode, it was a massive veiny eye. what was I going to do? Like, I closed my door to my room and I locked it. And now, what do? I've only got so many monster energies and Jergens lotion to last me a few days. I don't even need water because I need all the soy milk. But is he gonna suck me before I suck him? Please, if you're hearing this, please give me Reddit gold and send help.
Hey everybody, this is Cabooses Scary Stories. I really appreciated the feedback on my last creepypasta my stepbrother uses 4chan. Anyways, if you want to see more creepypastas that are creepy, hit the like and subscribe button and sacrifice your children to Slender Man. Okay, bye-bye.